Howdy, howdy, howdy. Bob's back, Biker News Canada. And as always, at the very beginning, I'm just getting it sent over to Facebook. I like to stream on to two places at the same time because we can. So why don't we just do it that way? There we are. We're on Facebook. Okay. So we're back with our Thursday night interview series. This is my favorite part of the week. I love meeting new people. I love meeting bikers from all different clubs and all different style of clubs and what they're doing and everything. So today's a special interview day. As you all know, it's a double interview. So this is the first one. And this is a great group of people. And this is an international club. And they're big and they do big things. And I've been hoping to speak with them for a long time. And so we got together. We're together now. So this is the Guardians of the Children International Leamington chapter. And tonight I've got Fuzzy and I've got Knight with me. So without any further ado, let's get these fellas up on the stage with me. Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Hey, Bob. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for agreeing to come on. I've been, I don't know if I sent your club. Holy Skunk says hi, loves and hugs. Forever Two Wheels. They're watching you from Guam.
Guam, holy moly.
And Holy Skunk says me too. Well, thanks guys for joining in and coming in the chat right away. I appreciate that. Everybody who does that, it helps everything on the algorithm. Yeah, so like I was saying, I've been doing this for about a year. So you guys, I think, are the first group that I've gone on since I broke 1,000 subs on YouTube. So that was pretty exciting for me and all that. And I'm glad that in some ways we didn't get together when I was first starting out because it might only been 10 or 12 people watched it, right?
Yeah.
So now I think that we'll get an audience. So where do you guys want to start from? You want to start from explaining the club and what it does and the history a little bit and all that stuff?
Sure. Might as well start right where it all came from, right? So
start.
Yeah. So Guardians of the Children, the organization in general, it started in Texas in 2006 in San Antonio. So it was a bunch of former members of BACA, Bikers Against Child Abuse. Mm-hmm. They all got together and decided to start Guardians of the Children. So they got their San Antonio chapter rolling and then building from there throughout the States. 2014, it came into Canada, branched out different chapters all across Canada. And now we got eight chapters across Canada. We got one out St. John's, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Ottawa, Brockville, Toronto, us in Leamington, Sudbury, Steinbach, Winnipeg is a combo chapter. And then we got Strathmore out in Alberta. They're kind of in a restructuring phase right now. So yeah, that's basically where it started and where we got to today. Leamington chapter itself, we've been here since 2019 and kind of just building throughout the years. Had a little slow period through the whole COVID times, like I'm sure everybody else did in whatever they were doing. So, but yeah, last few years we kind of been building and yeah, that's where we're at.
Now Alberta's got a big bike scene. And so I'm sure you guys will be ending up with a few chapters out there. I've kind of been involved with the North American Templars a little bit.
Okay. Yep.
So they're kind of in the same vein. Now talking about your club though, because we want to focus on your club. Does Guardians of the Children have one mission statement? Okay.
Yeah, our mission statement actually is, so the mission of the Guardians of the Children is to recognize and react to child abuse and to educate the public to do the same. We're there to serve as advocates to provide strength and stability to families in crisis and to be the answer to the prayer of an abused child or teen for courage, support, and protection. And then our tagline at the bottom is, don't let your silence drown out their cries.
Which is true. So, and even just talking from personal experience, I won't get into too many details, of course, because it's personal, but a friend of mine, and he had to go to court with his daughter last week. And halfway through the court hearings, she said she didn't want to do this anymore because it was making her cry and she was getting scared. And they made death threats to her outside of the courthouse one day. And the charges got dropped, which I think is horrible.
Yeah.
Very, very. And that's kind of the thing that we're here for, that we're there to go with them to court. If
Right. That's why I said to him, I said, geez, I wish I knew that you were going to court last week,
Yeah.
because I would have reached out to somebody somewhere. I know a lot of different people, even if it's on the Facebook. I know you guys a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I could have made made a request from somebody.
Yeah, like bottom line, our goal is to help kids that have been abused remember how to be a child, like go from the victim status to the victor status, and not to be afraid anymore, not like to understand that not every adult out there is a POS,
Right.
and just be a kid, just be happy kid. We're here to help you
Which
get
is,
through
as
that.
soon as something like that happens to a child, you've stolen their childhood from that point on.
Yep.
In my opinion, I remember even when I was a kid, this young, I was little, and I don't know why it always stuck in my head, but this little boy I was hanging out with, we just changed neighborhoods in Oakville. And he goes, let's go in the shed and play. I go in the shed. It was like 1,000,000 degrees outside in a tin shed back in them days, right? I'm like, what are you doing hanging out in the shed? And then he goes, okay, now take down your pants. I said, no, we're not. We're not. He goes, my uncle does this with me all the time. He told me it's, and now I'm an adult. I understand what was going on.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you guys gained a big fan here with Holy Skunk. Yeah. You know what I mean? You've gained a fan already. So when it comes down to the Leamington chapter, you guys do a couple special things. What about the scholarship I saw you guys give away? What's involved with that?
Yeah, that was something we wanted to try out for the first time this year. We thought about it, just kind of giving back to the community as a whole. We try to do that as well. So we thought, if there's anybody in the area graduating, getting into some sort of career where they're going to be helping kids, let's help them do that. The more of us out there helping kids, the better. So if we can help fund their education to get into whatever program they're trying to get into that works with children, we'd like to help that. So we had enough that we could put a $500 scholarship out there for anybody graduating within the Windsor Essex area, getting into some sort of field where they work with kids. So this young girl ended up winning. Everybody submitted a essay as a chapter. We went through it, and it was a unanimous vote for this one. This young lady had an amazing essay, lived a life that some shouldn't have, and she wanted to get into social work and whatnot, helping kids, and feels she'd be really good at it. So we're happy to help her out the best we could.
I think that's a wonderful thing. So Holy Skunk just got us into another good question. What the heck? Hang on, Harley. I'm on another one, bro. Oh, dude. Hang on one second. Hey, bro, I'm on the interview before you. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be done maybe about 10 minutes before you and I start, okay? Absolutely. So Skunk here is asking you guys to reach out to her. So how does she contact you guys? And good afternoon, Stefano. Thank you for joining us, bro.
Well, for the organization as a whole,
yeah,
like any
like
chapter,
we don't know where she is or nothing like that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So www.guardiansofthechildren.com. That'll take you to the international site. There's links on there. You can find the contacts for the American chapters, the Canadian chapters. There'll be email addresses. There's the email addresses for the IBOD, the International Board of Directors. You can contact them, or you can contact chapters individually. In Leamington, for Leamington, Essex County, Windsor, Chatham-Kent surrounding area, our email is info@gocleamington.ca. You can send an email there to get hold of us. Or our Facebook page is Guardians of the Children International Leamington Chapter.
Yeah, I've got your Facebook page up on. We'll share it here in a bit as we get further into the interview. Okay, so Holy Skunk, I will put all their links. I'll go back into the description when I'm editing, because I just put this out how it lands, but I'll go back in and I'll edit the description. I'll add all the different links I can find for the website, the different Facebook pages, etc. And you're in Texas,
You're
beautiful.
in
Because that
Texas.
is
There's
just starting.
tons in Texas because that's where the mother chapter is. So
Yeah.
you got chapters all over Texas.
That's awesome. So you will find some people down there. Either some people, you know what? If you're an adult already and you've lived through this, you might be the perfect person to join this club and help out because you've seen it from the other side.
Yep. And a
Just
lot of members have lived that horrible life too, or some form of bullying or anything like that, where they want to just give back and help these kids.
right. And now, do you guys how about with stuff like that too? You know, where I've seen shows where different clubs will walk a kid through his prom and stuff like that if they've been bullied all through school and stuff like that. Do you get involved with that stuff too?
Yeah, I mean, if they ask us to, we're there to help them out. So
Very
like
cool. And
like our main thing is our little guardian program, which is the kids that we do work closely with, and they're kids that have been abused. There's been a police report. They've been abused by an adult. We bring them into our chapter as a little guardian. They get their own vest. They get their own road name. They get their
oh, I
own
saw some of
back
those
patch.
pictures. Okay, that's what that's about.
Yeah. So those are the kids that, we'll go to court with them if they got to go to court. We'll if they need some help in counseling, we'll try to help out with counseling. We'll take them out for ice cream. Just take them out for different little events to help them remember their kids and whatnot. They each of them have two primary members that they can contact at any time. And yeah, so I mean that's where the whole not-for-profit thing comes in, that we could do all these different fundraisers to raise money, because nothing's free in life. We want to take these kids out. We need money for it. So we do a lot
100%.
of fundraising to try and get that income to help these kids out.
And then the fundraising can't take over the good work that you do either. So it's got to be a tight balancing act. I don't know if people understand that, but you know what I mean? There's a lot of work goes in all this stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely time consuming. That's for sure.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because at least once a month we want to get out with the kids and do something, but also once a month we need to get out some event doing fundraising and whatnot.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And see, you guys hit me with the, oh wow, holy. You'll have to get us. Anyways, holy skunk, I appreciate you being in the chat and keep putting out your comments. I don't know how to help you from here. Can you guys see her comments? Like, I think the best thing to do was just to go online and get a hold of a Texas chapter.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Put up as many comments as you want. We're not going to ignore you. You know what I mean? That's not what we're here for. And that's a terrible story too. Even in adulthood, she's still kind of getting some form of abuse. Does that happen in a lot of cases?
That what continues into adulthood?
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked to young adults that kind of still carries over, and other ones, even people my age, people Knight's age, that are like, man, I wish there was something like this when I was a kid. Like, can you help me now? Like, well, we can't really help you now in the sense of what we do, but we can be moral support, I guess. And
sends my little head is spinning. Maybe we need something for survivors of down the road, a different sort of organization. Maybe the government should step in and maybe take some of the burden off of people that do it for charity. But that's a whole different conversation, right?
Yeah.
No.
It is.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, as you guys were talking, it is very time consuming. It does require a lot of energy. But the first time you see a child standing there scared and they look up at you and then they break out in a big smile and thank you for just showing up, it makes it all worthwhile.
Definitely.
Yeah, I bet you, eh?
Yeah.
I bet you 100%.
Especially meeting a family the first time and they're very timid, shy, not sure. And then the next time you see them and they're just running up to you, giving you a hug, and you're okay, all right.
And then that's kind of what happened with my buddy, because he hadn't seen his daughter for a whole bunch of years. You know, her mother had told the child that he was dead, and then he never saw her for ages. And then they found each other again, and she's in a group home, and so now they're getting to know each other, so they can change that arrangement. And that was her thing too. She wouldn't do any testifying or anything unless he was there. She needed somebody there for her, right? Kids need someone there for them.
Definitely.
Are there any college programs you recommend for working with underprivileged youth? That's a good question, Forever Two Wheels. What do you guys say?
working
Just
with
the
other
regular
communities.
CAS worker? Is that
Um,
no, what is it called?
um,
ECE, I think. Early Childhood Education, I think.
well, I know in this
Thank
area,
you,
not
Joe.
necessarily schooling, but there are different organizations. Like one of them in Leamington is the Bridge Youth Resource Center. They work with youth that some are underprivileged, some are not. That's a good. We partnered with them for a little bit.
Mhm.
We did some volunteering there and whatnot as well. Every winter, Christmas time, we do um, like a drive, getting food goods and whatnot to help fill their kitchen because they cook meals for the kids there every day.
All right
Um,
on.
so things like that, depending what community you're in. I know Windsor has one as well. So yeah, depending what community you're in, there's all sorts of
Geez,
different.
that's kind of scary because Leamington's not a huge population, and they've got
No,
people that need to make different kids food on a daily.
yeah, it's
That's a strange state of affairs, isn't it?
yeah, they can come in, they can get some meals on I think Monday to Friday, I believe they serve up the meals and
I
whatnot.
think
And
it's incredible that there's people willing to do all of this stuff, and pretty lucky living up here in Canada where we live. For the good
yeah,
people we have
Le-
willing to do stuff like you guys included. You know what I mean?
yeah, like I've noticed Leamington in general has a very giving volunteer area. I mean,
Mhm.
well, like before we came on here, we were talking about Hogs for Hospice. That's one of the biggest ones, right? That
Oh yeah, we'll be talking about that for sure.
so
Actually,
many volunteers.
we're going to lead in. We're leading into that in a minute, but I wanted to go back to that scholarship because
Yeah.
the answer you gave me blew me away. That's a phenomenal direction to come at it for. Now, I would assumed, and that's why I asked the question, that it was for somebody who wouldn't necessarily have the money or whatever to go. But you guys are looking at someone who's gonna. It's an investment
Yep.
for down the road for someone
Yeah.
who's gonna come in and help.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's very smart.
Yeah. Give back to somebody that wants to better the life of children down the road.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And the first step is get them so that they're kids again and they can enjoy their childhood.
Yep.
And then after that, you can help them with their schooling and where they want to be and what they want to do. I'm strong because I'm a tradesman. I'm forever wanting to get the government to get more kids funneled into trades again because those are the last things that there's usually always a job at. Although
Mhm.
right now I'm hurting, but it's just a funny circumstance. So my wife is active duty military, so move around every 3 years. I'm an independent biker and would like to help out the cause. If there's no support for the youth, we are doomed for for a future. You're right, forever two wheels. And again, and that's another one, brother. Look up Guardians of the Children webpage. I'll put the links on after the show. And for wherever you happen to be stationed, hopefully there'll be something close to you that you can give your time and your support to. And sometimes it's just a matter of giving your support makes all the difference in the world too, so
Yep.
that everyone doesn't feel like the whole thing's on their shoulders. Because now we're going to talk a little bit about the Hogs for Hospice. Now, I don't know if you guys are allowed to, or if you feel it's appropriate to go into numbers. But I heard one year that you guys did something like 2-3 million in 1 year. Is that a true story, or you don't want to talk about that sort of stuff?
I don't know the numbers, but I do know that as of last year, I believe it was they broke the 5 million mark of donations from 2016 when it started up until uh, just before this year's Hogs.
So if you averaged it out, you could say it'd be 2 million a year.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and that goes directly into the hospice of the
And it's called Erie
Erie
Stories.
Shores
Erie Shores.
Hospice. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. I got a good memory for stuff like that. So I before Hogs for Hospice, of course, I did a bunch of lead-in videos telling people don't forget on the August 1st long weekend you got to get to Leamington, etc. Right?
Yeah.
And I became sort of kind of friendlies with a group called the Bad Examples.
Yeah.
And I know that they like to be involved and help out you guys in their way. They did the wrestling this year. They did
Yeah,
a few things.
Yeah, they hosted the NCG wrestling, and then they do their bike games every year as well. The junior bike rodeo, and then the the adult ones as well. And they also run blocking for the ride on the Saturday as well. So yeah, they're really involved with it. They're a bunch of good dudes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. And I like they do that concert down there, and they help the people in their community also. They do that concert once a year and all that stuff.
And that's why Guardians, our chapter Leamington, got involved helping out with Hogs as well, because they helped us get started as when we're starting out as a chapter. They had our back getting things rolling and kind of gave us a little boost and support and whatnot. So we've been grateful for everything they've done for us. So we as a chapter give back to them every year as well. We put our tent up there for the weekend as one of the vendors as well. That's kind of our main fundraising event for the year, that we do some raffles and whatnot, collect donations, and then all of our chapter members are all road captains for the road or the ride on the Saturday as well. So that's just our little bit that we can give back to thank Hogs for everything they've done for us as well.
I saw the I saw a bit of the video for the ride starting out of Leamington.
Mm-hmm.
How many bikes you figured you had this year?
I don't know. What do you think, Knight? Nobody ever really knows, I don't think.
How long did it take you figure for the whole pack to clear? Like 25 minutes?
Well, yeah. Well, let's put it this way. We all went out to the Point Peely, which is 9 miles long.
Yeah.
I was at the back. I'm one of the last road captains. I haven't even entered the park, and the bikes are coming out.
Yeah.
So you had 18 miles of bikes.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think it's roughly, give or take, around 30 minutes from first bike to last bike.
Right on.
Getting through the whole pack, yeah.
How long was the ride? Where'd it go? Like kind of up around Wheatley in that way, or did it go east or west?
We go down Robson into Point Peely, come back up, then kind of cut north and head west through the north side of Kingsville, and then come into Kingsville from the west. And we stop in Kingsville for about an hour, and then everybody gets back on and we head back to Seacliff Park.
Nice. So it takes about an hour or so.
Yeah, well, it's about I think it's about an hour-ish to get to Kingsville, and then about an hour-ish to get back to Seacliff.
Oh, well, that's all right. And you know what? There's a secret with thing that's a good reason for. So it keeps the people that are operating the motorcycles out of the sauce, so they can last into the evening. Because then you guys got the concerts and all that. Is that all tied in? Like, is it all you guys doing all that stuff?
Not GOC, and no, we're just the only thing we help out is with the road captain, and then Hogs they have so many different volunteers all over the community. Is that the
Harley Owner group, that Hogs?
Nope. It's just the event is called Hogs for Hospice, so they have their own board members that got together in 2016 and decided, hey, we want to do this to raise some money for the hospice in town, and then it just kind of exploded from there.
And it grew from there. And the nice thing is there's a fella I've become friends with from doing this also up in Huntsville. And so on the same weekend, he did a ride in Huntsville for the Huntsville Hospice.
Okay.
So Rob, if you're listening, bro, keep at it. You're only 3 years in and you're doing great numbers, by the way. And everything has got its way. So how did the Rib Fest get added in? How did the concerts get added in? How did it turn into a whole long weekend of
It just keeps growing and growing. I mean, 2016 was the first year they had the concert. Brett Michaels, I think, was the first one they had for that concert weekend. Then next year they got country acts coming in, the 2-night concerts, and they just kept building. And then I think last year was the first year the Rib Fest kind of amalgamated in.
That's a good tie-in.
Oh yeah, definitely. They got
it brings a lot more people around.
I mean, you already got your food vendors, and then you got the Rib Fest added as well. And then this year they added the NCG wrestling to it. And we tried something at our tent this year too. We set up, we got an extra 20 by 10 spot this year instead of 10 by 10. So we had a little family fun zone, kind of more geared towards the younger kids.
Yeah, got to keep young kids occupied. Otherwise, they drag the parents home.
Exactly. Like it's a big family event anyways. So they have stuff from like they have the junior rodeo that the Bad Examples put on. So you got your preteens and teens up to adults entertained there, but there's not a whole ton of stuff for the younger kids to do. So we thought, we got the giant Jenga, we got the giant Connect 4, we got cornhole, we got coloring.
Perfect.
Every event we go to, we hand out stuffed animals to the kids, and
Oh, that's
that
cool.
in general just puts a smile on their faces too. So
And it was,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say it was a big hit. We were hoping it would do okay, but the Kids Zone was a huge hit, and we had quite a few parents go, "Thank you for this."
Yes, exactly, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
so
they
forever
just
too.
sit down for a minute and let their kids play.
Right. So yeah, sometimes when you're a parent of a little one, you need that minute to just get off my feet and sit down for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So forever two wheels. The question you got any particular club or chapter is no. So if you check out the Guardians of the Children and there's none around you, then you can. I'm not going to say not to look in other clubs. There's Baka out there. There's other outfits out there that do the same sort of thing, and everyone does it kind of their own way. And Stefano, he's asked about Alberta. There was one you say that's kind of getting its
Strathmore was a chapter. They're kind of in the process of restructuring, to my knowledge. I'm not sure what's going on quite yet, but I mean, I think their email contact is still listed on the international page. So if you find them on there, just shoot them an email and see what's going on, I guess.
I don't know if we can if we can tell you that we're going to come down to Oyster Creek, Texas to get you. last time.
But I mean, if you go to the international website as well, the guardiansofthechildren.com, there's a link on there for chapter development. So I mean, if you got a bunch of people that want to bring one of these chapters to your town, reach out to them and see what's needed and whatnot, and international board will take care of that, and they'll tell you.
That's kind of what stage the Templars are in. They're on the building stage. They've got some established out west and all that. But again, we're not talking about that. But nothing to put anyone down, because I've had them on for an interview before, and I'm kind of sort of in the process of doing things with them. So
yeah, we did a little thing with them. I forget when it was. It was somewhere around COVID time. Maybe 2020 or so. I forget what year, but we did the coast to coast ride, where it was Guardians of the Children, Canadian chapters, was the Templars, and it was Riders Protecting Children and Protectors of Youth, all paired up.
Protectors of Youth, that's another one that's around Ontario.
Yeah, we took they filled up half a canister of water from the Atlantic in Newfoundland, and then chapter to chapter rode it across Canada to the West Coast to fill the other half up for all the Indigenous children out there.
They say Atlantic and Pacific water don't mix. Did it mix?
I wasn't at the final destination. I just did the run from Leamington to Toronto. So,
and you know what? Unfortunately, you mentioned Indigenous children, and the story I told you about my buddy. She's an Indigenous child, and sometimes I don't want to generalize or make broad proclamations, but sometimes it seems that some of the Indigenous kids could use somebody to be there for them. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, I met some guys from the reservations up north. I'll admit I've been to jail, so I met them in jail. For a couple $100 bail, they had nobody on the street they could call and get them out of jail. I'm like, what? I can think of 6 people to call and get me out of jail. But that's the way it is. They told me if they didn't wake up and there's pancake mix in the cupboard, they might not be eating that day. I was like, wow, man, those are some bad. But everyone's got their story, and there's lots of hard times going on out there right now with different people for different reasons, right? Unemployment or, not enough employment. Things like that take time for sure. I appreciate what you're doing. God bless you. You're right on Forever Two Wheels. That's the ticket. Now, what do you guys like to do most of your posting on social media? I'm going to bring up, I got your Facebook page all queued up here, or do I? Where did it go? Oh, I know why. I took it away. We'll do it like that. There we are.
Yep.
So this is the one for your guys' chapter for Leamington. Are they still growing hella tomatoes in Leamington?
Actually, you know what? I just noticed a couple weeks ago there isn't that many fields of tomatoes this year. It's a lot more corn, soybeans, and canola.
Canola's a big thing, I guess, now, right? I think
But
because
I was gonna say, we also have literally miles and miles of greenhouses that you can't see inside, so.
That's true. It's a lot more greenhouses lately. Yeah.
Yeah.
so you guys got a great person who put your posters together. That one turned out great, didn't it?
Hi, Bob.
That would,
That's me.
that would be fuzzy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was speaking to somebody else today on Messenger, and he said to say to you guys that Singer says hello.
Who does? Sorry.
Singer.
Oh, Singer. Yeah. I was talking to him earlier today.
Oh, that's interesting, eh?
Yeah.
And,
He's
and
probably
so
watching right now. Hey, Singer.
I think he is. I asked him if he would watch.
Did
It's
it?
just,
Did he tell you where he got the name Singer from?
no.
His little bike that he had.
Yeah, electric bike.
No, it was just quiet.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounded like a Singer sewing machine.
Sewing machine.
Yeah.
Hey, Hardwire, thanks for joining us, bro. And in case you're wondering, Hardwired, like I say, this is a 2-interview evening. So this is our first one with Guardians of the Children International. And Hardwire is another biker content maker on YouTube. And he does his thing, and he's in his club and all that stuff. It says right on his name, Hardwire 1%er. So we're all friends with each other in this kind of in this little climate. It's a small niche, right?
Yep.
But so you guys there's your recruiting process. Do you guys do the and again, if it's not public business, you don't have to answer. Do you guys do the stuff where it's you do like a hang around stage and then maybe a prospective stage and then a full member? Or is it we meet you a couple of times and you're good to go?
Yeah, I mean, we do have our perspective a phase that, make sure everything's all good, but we did start doing kind of like, I guess you'd call it the hang around type thing, but that's more or less to see, are we right for you and are you right for us sort of thing before you start putting more of the time in, start filling out the application. I mean, immediately when you want to get involved, we need to get the vulnerable sector clearance.
Right.
Every member, every support member, every potential member has to have that because we work with kids.
Yeah.
So you get that in, and then you're more than welcome to come out to our different events, meetings, whatnot. I mean, we have our meetings. They're open to, if somebody's interested, we can get together, meet, chat. And then, if it's something you want to pursue, then we got the applications to fill out. We got some online training, get those in. And then, you got to, anywhere from 6 months to a year or so, depending on, how the chapter feels, how you're doing. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, if you want to be like looking for full membership, you need access to a motorcycle. You don't necessarily have to ride a motorcycle, just have to have access to it. Okay. But then we also have the support membership as well, which is just anybody. You don't have to have access to a motorcycle or anything.
That's cool. But they still do the vetting process.
Yes. 100%. And anybody that's going to be working with us in any type of manner has to have the police clearance, the vulnerable sector police clearance, because that's 100% mandatory for sure.
It's standard. Yeah. So have you guys got anything to say to tell people about to come out, how to find you guys and all that? If they see this poster, can they just comment on the thing and you guys will respond? Or
I mean, we got our Instagram on there, we got our email address, we got our Facebook. So I mean,
links.
Like
perfect.
usually
Go ahead.
message on Facebook, send an email, and we're pretty I mean, I'm usually either goes to Knight or myself, and one of us will end up replying pretty quickly. And then if you want to meet up and chat and kind of get more information one-on-one, we can come meet you at a Tim Hortons, sit down, have a coffee and chat and see how things go. I mean, we're always looking for dedicated people. It's like Knight said, it is a lot of work. Mm-hmm. But it's rewarding when you see the smile on that kid's face too. So
this is your crew, how it stands in Leamington?
That's us and 3 of the board members for Hogs for Hospice there. That's our annual picture we take at the end of Sunday after we tear down and we're all sweaty and tired and just want to go home to bed.
Do that when you're all dirty and tired. That's the only time to do it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our full chapter there. Well,
Yeah.
actually, we're missing our support member data or data.
Okay.
We haven't figured out how to pronounce it yet.
Yep.
Is it a D or a T?
Well, it's DATA, but I don't know if it's data or data.
Oh yeah, you're right. So JP, yeah, you're a little bit late. We got the first one rolling already. And again, the Guardians of the Children, there's a reason I wanted these guys on because I admire what they do. These guys do a lot of stuff. And let's talk a little bit about the hours involved because it's Hogs for Hospice is your biggest thing for the year, yes?
That's pretty much our mandatory weekend fundraising event is and it's local. It's Leamington. Our chapter's based in Leamington. I mean, all of us live throughout the county. Like we're not all in one spot, which is why we kind of cover Windsor, Kingsville, Essex, Leamington, the whole county. We're there to help out where we can.
A clubhouse style place to get together at, or you just take turns and host?
We take turns. The next meeting's at Knight's house.
No. And I think, again, you want to pay a mortgage with the money you raise, or do you want to help kids with the money you raise?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Obviously there is the phone expenses, things like that. Right. Like we have our helpline phone, but other than that, money goes straight to the kids. Any money we raise, it's going towards the kids.
And you guys are a nonprofit as well, is that correct?
Not for profit, yeah.
Okay. And then
the Canadian status of nonprofit and not for profit, they're working on that for the certain status right now. It's a tough go.
Oh, I see. Those are different animals.
Yeah. Like there's different.
One requires a lot of lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that a bummer? I think Nando from Guardians or from Templars, he might be a guy to get a hold of. He seems to be versed in that stuff. Okay. If you ever need someone to talk to about that stuff, that's one thing I can pass on to you guys. And as he was explaining the way that they work, and of course that's how I think most charity and non-for-profits and nonprofits, etc., work is the books are open. Like they're there somewhere. If somebody says, can I see where that $100 went? You guys can show them.
Yep. We gotta. Thank you to our treasurer for that one because I don't do numbers.
That's a ton of work, right? And again, all these things are work, and all these things are work that obviously, you don't take a paycheck for. And that's why I asked, because somebody, when Rob was doing an interview about somebody put in one of the comments, not on the live, but it's a scam, or where does the money go, or just some negative way to put it, right? Mm-hmm. Because on TV they've done these big stories about these big supposed non-for-profits, and they end up hiring office staff, and they get a board of directors, blah 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 blah. By the time you give them $1, like 10 cents of it makes it to the starving kid across the ocean.
Yeah.
And I think it gave a bad name to that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, I mean there are the bad apples out there, but this one in general is.
Well, see, I think those big ones, because I'm not putting down America, because they're big and they ran out of America, and then they end up being like a corporation, and you need staff to run a corporation, and then they lose sight of what they were there for. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Are we here to help these starving people that we run all the commercials for, or are we here to have a job? We got Alex. Hello, Alex. We got Steve joining us. Hello, Steve. How are you, bro? I've known him 10 years, over 10 years, Steve. He's popped in and out of my life. And Ricky, how are you, Ricky Park? Good to see you, bro. And don't forget, guys, we'll have the second interview coming up around 9, and we'll keep everyone posted on that. We still got lots of time with you guys.
Part of our fundraising is merch as well. We have cups.
Oh, good to mention.
And T-shirts like Knight's wearing. It's got the same slogan on the back.
I like it.
Yeah.
Right on, man. No, that's great. So that they can order that off of your website?
If you contact us on our Facebook, we can set something up for that.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Like each chapter individually usually does something, extra money making ways to, whether it's merch or things like that, to try and fundraise. This is kind of one route that we went to see what we could get from it. I mean, we had a lot of support with these ones. Nice gentleman we know donated a lot of time in helping us out with those. So
the mugs look good, and so do the t-shirts. Actually, did you have a nice stack at the event and get them firing out there?
Yeah, we had a few sales at the events there. Yeah,
that's good, man. Oh, Steve, so Steve, you got to get on their Facebook page, which I had up, and contact them through their Facebook page. And here, I'm gonna throw it up real quick again. Make sure you get this one, Steve. The Guardians of the Children International Leamington chapter, okay? And that's who we're talking to tonight. And then I got your face hid. Sorry, bro. That's the only thing when I put a comment on the screen, it takes the bottom out of it, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's awesome. Yep, you get one too, holy skunk. Those ship to the States. What else was I going to ask you about? Look now, bro. Be right back. Yeah, Steve, you do that. So you guys, okay. Harley's waiting on me. Hold on, Harley. Give me a second. I hope he's not like getting cold feet about it or anything. I don't like to rush people off either, though. But is there anything else that we missed that we didn't get to in our conversation?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think you asked some pretty decent questions that kind of get the idea out there. Like, that's our thing too, is part of our mission statement. You know, we need to educate the public to recognize and react to child abuse. So that's part of our outreach events too. When we go to different festivals or bike shows, things like that, we'll go out to get that word out. But then the second half is where the advocates to provide strength and stability to the kids. That's the Little Guardian program. So that's the kids we take under our wing and help them get through their kid life and become a kid again.
Yeah.
Okay. He needs a hand. I hate, like you say, I hate feeling like I'm rushing people off, but I want to give him a hand. So everybody, anyone who's down there in the Essex County area around Leamington, you know where we're talking about if you live down there. If any of this sounds like something you're interested in, even in the slightest, go check them out on the webpage. I'll put the link up, or on their Facebook page, and I'll put that link up as well.
Yeah, I mean, not even just our chapter. I mean, yeah, we can take the support and whatnot, but every chapter we have out there within Canada and the US, always looking for dedicated people. So
yeah,
check out
I shouldn't have said it that way. You're right.
Just check out like I said, www.guardiansofthechildren.com. Find the US chapters or the Canada chapters. It'll be a pull down menu. Whichever's closest to you, look them up if you're interested and get a hold of them. They'd be glad to chat with you, I'm sure.
Okay, perfect, gentlemen. Again, I hate to feel like I'm rushing you off.
You're a busy boy, Bob.
Yeah. I really thank you guys for everything that you guys do, right? This is the I call it softer side of being a biker, but this is the stuff that people got to understand that bikers, this is the bigger part of what bikers do.
Yeah. Definitely want to give back to the community.
That's it, bro. I appreciate you guys and everything you do. And I was in I was in Harrow the weekend of your party. I was doing work. I was installing. So
nice.
Do they have anything in Eastern Ontario? Steve wants to know. He's in Havelock. That's in the Kawarthas. What's he going to be closest to? Toronto up there?
We got Toronto and Brockville and Ottawa up around there.
Brockville and Ottawa, Steve. You got two right by you, bro.
Yeah. And then Sudbury is over a little bit further off to the west, I guess. But
yeah. All right, gentlemen. For the best of luck in all your endeavors.
Well, thank you very much for having us on, Bob. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming on, man. It was a blast.
No, it was definitely. Thanks for reaching out.
Okay, much love and respect.
You too. Thank you.
Right back at you. Enjoy your next interview.
Thank you.